Hello everyone, Shashank this side. I hope you all are doing well today and safe at home. As you can see on my screen, I have opened up a website of Jenkins. So today we'll be going to learn what is Jenkins and how you can install Jenkins on a Red Hat Linux based machine. Mostly I'll be going to use CentOS 7 EC2 instance. As you know that I have already started my DevOps video series where I have recorded my first video as CI/CD pipeline project where I have used different modules like Jenkins, Docker, CloudFormation and Systems Manager to achieve one of the pipeline project. So let's start with Jenkins now. Before going into the practical demo of like how you can install Jenkins, I just want to cover up few important stuff related to the Jenkins. So let's go to the documentation section, click on the documentation, and I will be going to share this particular link from Jenkins so that you can go through the documentation as well. Now, what is Jenkins? Jenkins is a self-contained open source automation server which can be used to automate all sorts of tasks related to building, testing, and delivering or deploying your software. So Jenkins can be installed through native system packages, Docker, or even run standalone by any machine with Java runtime environment installed on it. So to install Jenkins, you have to install Java because Jenkins is a Java based application. And to run any Java based application, you have to install Java, right? Again guys, Jenkins in general term considered as a CI tool, continuous integration tool. And what does that continuous integration means? It's a development practice that requires developers to integrate their code into a shared repo at regular interval. This concept was created just to remove the problems of finding occurrence of issues in building lifecycle stages. What does that mean in general again? So let's take an example of a repository called GitHub or GitLab or Bitbucket, whichever you like to use. So Jenkins can be integrated with any of the repository, and at regular interval developers can check in their code. While checking their code, they can do certain level of testing, plus once the testing is complete you can go ahead and deploy. So a delivery model will come into picture that is also getting integrated via this particular pipeline. That's what we call CI/CD pipeline is all about. I will be going into a detail of CI/CD pipeline after this particular concept, but for today's video I'll be focusing mostly on installing Jenkins on CentOS machine. Jenkins is highly extensible product whose functionality can be extended through the installation of plugins. Again, so whenever you go ahead and install Jenkins, you get certain level of options to install plugins as well to extend the functionality of Jenkins. Plugins can be anything. CloudFormation plugin from AWS is available with Jenkins. Then GitHub plugin, Code Commit plugin from AWS. I'll show you the number of plugins that I'll be getting while installing a fresh Jenkins environment. So there are like a lot of documentation involved with Jenkins, which you guys have to go through it. So I'll be going to share all the links, the relevant links of Jenkins. Please go through the documentation. So from my perspective, to learn anything, you have to do more practical. So that's why I focus on more doing practical, which relates to your real world examples. So let's go ahead and install Jenkins on our CentOS EC2 instance. So for that, we have to follow certain level of steps, which I have already jotted down, and I'll be sharing these steps as well. First of all, we have to install Java because by default CentOS system is not coming with Java installation. Then we have to enable our Jenkins repo, add that repo to our system path, then install Jenkins, start our Jenkins service, check the status whether it is started or not, and then enable the service to start on a system boot itself. Okay, now let's go to EC2 management console. This is my Jenkins demo system, which is CentOS. You can see CentOS Linux 7. Now go ahead and connect this system. So copy, that's my terminal. Let me maximize a bit. So I have a key in downloads section and I have created archive, paste it. Instead of root, let's use CentOS user. I want to connect, yes. Okay, let's go to root. Now let me check if we have Java installed on it or not. We don't have Java. So for that, let's copy our command for Java. So you don't have to use sudo because I'm already in root. So I'm not going to use sudo. It's installing Java now on my system. I want to install, yes. Okay, it's 50, 56. This will be going to take some time for sure because we are installing everything from scratch. So it's downloaded now. Okay to install. There are like 69 modules present in it. Here we go, we are done. Now let's check Java version. It's 1.8, which is good for Jenkins. Now clear this environment. Now let's enable our Jenkins repo with curl command. Here we go. Next step is to add our repo to local system path. This is also done. Then finally we have to install Jenkins. Yum install Jenkins, our famous yum command. Shows 63M, which is MB basically. It's now going to download the packages of Jenkins. So Jenkins is installed. The next step is to start Jenkins service. For that, we have to use systemctl start Jenkins. Here we go. Let's check the status of Jenkins service. status. It's running, and the final step is to enable our Jenkins service so that every time system boot up, this will be going to get started automatically. Enable. That's done. So by default, Jenkins get installed and run on port 8080. So for that, let's go to our browser and check whether our Jenkins has been installed or not. Before that, I have to grab our public IP. Copy. HTTP 8080. Here we go. We are able to see Jenkins dashboard. Now to get the admin password, we have to go to this particular path and grab the password. So for that, let's clear this a bit. Clear, come on. Use cat command. This is the password that we have to use to go through our Jenkins. Continue. I don't want to save the password. Now, as I said, Jenkins is extensible product and you can enhance the functionality of Jenkins while installing the plugins. So let's go ahead and install the suggested plugin, or you can select the plugins whichever you want to install. You have both options. I'm going to use suggested plugins for now, and you can see the version of Jenkins is 2.22. So let's click. This will be going to take some time because it's trying to install the suggested plugins, and there are like hell lot of plugins with Jenkins like Ant, Gradle. You can see all the plugins are there. Pipeline, Git, LDAP, Subversion. Subversion is another repo that you can use within Jenkins. Then email extension, SSH build agent, GitHub Groovy. So I'm going to have this video pause, and once this is done, I'll resume it back. Plugins has been installed. The next page that it has given me, it's create first admin user. So you have to give proper detail for this particular admin user because this is your first user within Jenkins. So I'll use admin, simple password, full name, admin, URL, I'll use mine. Save and continue. So your first user has been saved. This is your Jenkins URL which we have browsed in our browser. Save and finish. Start using Jenkins. Jenkins is ready. So this is our famous portal of Jenkins. Now here like lot of different options which I will be going through with different video series, but for this particular video let's create a simple job within Jenkins. So if you go ahead and click on create new jobs, there are different options. You can go with the freestyle project, the pipeline, the last few that I have created, which I have showed it to you, like how you can create a pipeline within Jenkins. So I have used pipeline for that particular project. Multi-configuration project, folder, GitHub org, GitHub org, multi-branch pipeline. So let's go with a freestyle project like demo Jenkins. It's Jenkins. Yep. So I'll go with freestyle. Click OK at the bottom. Now this is our project where we have to configure our configuration. So all the data has to be configured within this particular page. Like what do you want to do with Jenkins project? So the description, the general section, you will be getting like discard old builds, GitHub project, throttle build, disable this project, source code, get subversion or none, build trigger, build environment, build, and post build action. So everything can be done within Jenkins, like check in, then deploy, check in, test, and then deploy, check in, test, give me a result, and then deploy. All these kind of combination are possible with the help of Jenkins. So for this video, let's create a simple build, and you can see like we have certain options while doing a build, like execute your shell, Windows batch, invoke your AND, which is a profiler, Gradle, then run with timeouts, see the build status within GitHub commit. Let's execute shell. Okay, so for this let's have bin bash and echo welcome to my channel. Let's go take in Cloudyway. Save and apply, click save. Now back to the dashboard. This is our first Jenkins project. You can see over here. Now if you go inside this, you can configure it again. So let's say if you want to edit your build then or the configuration, then you have to go to configure and do your changes. Let's go back. Then you can see the status, changes, workspaces, build now, delete this project or rename this project for this particular thing. And also you can disable the project as well if you don't want. Let's click on build now. Build succeeded. So I will be seeing something over here in the build history. Let's enable auto refresh. Here we go, our first build. Click on the first build and console output. Do we have something? Success. Welcome to my channel. Let's go tech in a cloudy way. So our first build with the user called admin has been created within Jenkins. Now, everybody cannot get an admin access. You have to define certain level of roles and access, and you have to give all those particular user accounts to your group who will be working upon the Jenkins project. Again, I will be going to cover up most of the modules within Jenkins because I just want to record a quality video rather than a quantity of video, because I'm trying to relate most of the real world examples within my particular videos. So it's better to record a quality of video and you can learn on that particular basis. So just give a try on your account, try to build Jenkins project, try to install first and then build a Jenkins project like a CI/CD pipeline. You can get a reference from my last project as well. Again, we will be going to build multiple CI/CD pipelines with the help of Docker, Ansible, and rest of the other stuff as well. All the videos are coming shortly on my channel, so please stay tuned. And if you're facing any issue, just place out a comment in comment section and I'll be there to help you. Have a nice day. Bye bye.